Okay, slow
up will almost certainly last longer than the tractor down on the farm. I'm wondering if you know how to lose.
I practice to win.
But how would you take a loss?
I'd take it. No, if we lose, there's a better crew that beats us.
Simple as that.
Simple as that.
No tantrums, no excuses.
No. They've got to be a good crew then.
Wait. One. Wait a second.
Okay. Catch. Okay, guys. Okay.
To the sky, toss, stroke side under, waist tight lower, feel for the edge, pass along, open it out, place it out in the water.
Hold it there, Phil. Okay, guys.
Right side, put the centreboard in together. Bell side. One foot on the centreboard, push off together. They're not in time really now, there's only 4 of them on it. There's an imitation bird.
Three and 4 time in on this one. Stroke side, just a little bit more pressure. You pull around by bow side. Your butt. Blowing out there. Blowing out there. Feel a run. Feel a run there, there. Feel a run there, there. Ooh, one this one. Look there. Look there. Concentrate in your boat. bit of a head breeze, lean back into it. Side, just fraction the bow side, your lateral pressure. Keep it on. That's little. Pressure, hold it down. That's alright. No blades in the water. Side, down side, make sure you've got it. And feel when the boat is running square. Feel it there. Better.
Standing at the limit of an endless ocean, stranded like a runaway, lost at sea.
Spin her off.
Sitting on a rainy day down in the harbor, watching as the grey clouds shadow the bay. Looking everywhere, I had to find you. This is not the way that I remember it here. Anyone will tell you it's a prisoner island, hidden in the summer for a million years. Great southern land, in the sleeping sun, you walk alone with the ghost of time. Will it burn you black, black against the ground,
Let's cover the catch.
and make it work with rocks and sand? I hear the sound of the strangers' voices. I see the hungry eyes.
Into the cage.
They're hungry eyes. Great southern land. Great southern land. You walk alone like a primitive man. You walk alone with the ghost of time, and they burn you black. Yeah, they burn you black. Great southern land. Great southern land. Great southern
Let's good control. It's not short enough. Holding that leg, especially during white paddle. Feel the free flow of the boat. That's it. Slight run to stroke side there, come on. It's still running on stroke side to the square boat. Square boat, come on. That's better. Keep it like that.
conditions, as you can see, ideal. Crews unworried by any problems in the water, and this strong shore crew starting now to put on the power and move further away.
1/3 of the distance covered, and the big shore crew, 87 kilos, the average weight in the boat, have thrown down the gauntlet to the rest of the crews in the 84 Head of the River Championship. They've moved out about 1 1/4 boat lengths clear. Line abreast, it's King's School, Newington and St Joseph's for second spot, but whether or not they can mount a challenge on this big shore crew as they move up towards the halfway stage of the race remains to be seen.
Well, Kings were certainly moving along and staying right with the shore school crew, but St Joseph's rowing very well in station number 2. They're starting to improve their position to possibly what would be third place in the event. Under control and just starting to increase their rate, but there's the boat race that we can see, the boat race between Shore and King.
Kings are really putting in the long ones now as the boats pass the halfway stage in the race. They've closed markedly in the last 250 metres on Shore. It's Shore still in front, about a half boat length, but Kings mounting a very strong challenge indeed, moving clearly into second place. They've dropped off Newington in lane 1 and St Joseph's in lane 2, and again it's developing at this stage anyway into a race between two crews.
We talk about fitness and experience. In that King's boat we have 5 men, 5 lads who have rowed in this Head of the River last year in the winning 8, and they're starting to show their experience. It's a tough station in which to row the race, but they're starting to move up onto Shore.
Shore have not won the Senior 8s Championship since 1961. Kings have won the last 4. David Bellamy, rowing in their number 7 seat, is aiming for his 3rd championship. Neck and neck now, coming down the western bank. It's Shore under strong challenge from Kings. Kings finishing very strongly indeed.
We still have 500 metres to go in this classic event, and one wonders whether King's School have made their move just a little too early. Their fitness will only tell. 500 metres still to go, and they're locked together, as you can see. Rating just about the same strokes per minute, possibly 35, 36, and maybe just a further effort now coming from Shore School, but Kings holding Shore at the stage.
Neck and neck struggle with less than 500 metres to go between the two highly favoured crews in this championship, Shore and Kings. Kings and Shore. Maybe Kings are on terms now with Shore and perhaps a half canvas in front. Coming down the western bank.
Just a quick glance upriver, Gary, and there is something developing in station 3. That's the Scots College boat has made a grand forward move. Scots in station number 3. Shore and Kings still locked together over there. Have they rowed the race together, forgetting about the other crews? One must also watch the crew in station number 1, Newington, coming home very strongly indeed.
Scots College there in the gold colours in the centre of the river, mounting a strong challenge into 3rd place. In fact, between Scots and Newington, there's nothing to choose for 3rd spot. Can they get close to the leading 2 crews, Shore and Kings, coming down with about 200 metres, 180 metres to row in the 1984 GPS Championship. Kings, I would say, are in front. They have Shore's measure at this stage, coming down towards the finish. And they've drawn well clear of the other crews. The challenge has faded from Scots and also from Newington. Newington holding down 3rd place, but they're in no position to challenge the leading 2 crews as they come down towards the finish line. The angle is deceptive across the river, but I think Kings have it by a shade as they come down towards the finish. Just in front of Shore, perhaps. By gee, Shore's kicking again, close to the line. Kings stroking confidently, though. Up goes the starter's gun. There's the finish. The King's School have taken the victory. Unprecedented 5th consecutive championship in the GPS Championship. The King's School, what a mighty effort. Newington coming across the line, I think just holding on to 3rd place against Scots College, Grammar, Sydney High, then Riverview and St Joseph's. But you can take nothing away from the King's School crew. Victors now for 5 successive years here on the Nepean River, and well, you'd have to say, and you could be proved wrong very easily, that that record is going to stand for a long time.
I would think so, Gary, and 2 words cover the effort: the experience and the fitness of that King's School 8. Did everything right, responded to Shore's challenge, didn't panic in the sense of trying to take the lead, waited to make their move with 600 metres to go, moved then and withstood all the challenges coming from the other boats, and Shore were just not able to keep it going, to keep get over the line first in this head of the river for 1984.
Well, the King's School with 5 oarsmen plus their coxswain back from last year's victorious crew. And look at them rowing away from the finish, fresh. There's the proverbial daisy as they go down under the bridge. And talk about discipline. Well, those boys have got it. Jock McKenzie, Jock Steele Park, Michael Williams, Anthony Teal, and the Day twins, John and William, whose mum and dad are sitting just adjacent to our commentary position here on the eastern bank. David Bellamy, whom we mentioned during the course of the race, has now notched up for himself 3 successive championships in the King's School crew. Sam victorious, Shaw second, and just awaiting official confirmation, but you'll find that Newington, there it is, have finished third in the Championship 8s for the Major Rennie Trophy, the 1984 GPS Head of the River Regatta. We'll return to the Nepean River after we take this short break.